Alright, off to work. So I've tried this a few times and I can't get it to work, but we're gonna try it again. I'm gonna tell you the story on how this bike was stolen and how we got it back and all the good stuff in between. But it all started when I left the key in it like a fool at work, very close to where I'm going this morning actually. Oops, I need to go this way. It was in the middle of nowhere. I left the key in it, you know, not thinking anybody would steal it, and we were working right beside it, so I thought it would be okay. It was okay for about a month, and then I guess someone noticed it or someone got lucky, I don't know, but it was stolen right in front of my employees. They just took it. I was working in the back, I didn't see it, but they were working probably 50 feet, 60 feet from the bike, and an SUV pulled up, a guy jumped out and went over to my bike, and the dude at work seen it, so he pulled his phone out thinking he was going to steal my helmet or jacket or something, and he got a picture of the guy riding off on my bike. And then the SUV turned around somewhere and came flying back right behind him. So one of my fellow employees jumped in the company truck and went after him and took off and chased him. And he was following the guy. He was on his tail and, you know, seen the girl's face. Ooh, that's skunk. You know, got a good look at her face and chased the dude down and was on the phone with the cops telling him where he was going, and the cops told him that he had to stop following him because if he wrecked my stolen bike that it would be his fault. So he did what the cop said and turned around. I appreciate you following that dude though, I do. But so we waited on the cops, you know, they came out there, I did a police report. He told them what he knew, what he seen, you know, and the cops, judging by the description of the vehicle, and it was a trashy guy and a trashy girl, he had a pretty good idea that he knew who it was. So I felt a little good about it there. I'm like, well, at least he knows, you know, where to go look. And yeah, so we waited and nothing really happened. And then the homie that chased him started doing a little investigating of his own, telling all his buddies to look out for it and keep an eye out for a stolen bike in Marietta and this and that. And eventually he had a friend on Facebook that didn't like her sister's boyfriend, and there was a rumor that he had a stolen bike in Marietta. So what are the odds that it's him? So she told us where this dude lived, and I went out there looking for it, and when I got there, there sits that white SUV. So I know it's them, you know, that's the SUV that stole my bike. And so now I feel real good about it. I'm like, all right, we got him. So I send the cops over there, and of course no one answers. So the cops are like, well, there's nothing we can do. They didn't come to the door. You know, we looked around real good. It's not there. We'll keep a lookout. So, damn, strike two. So, you know, a couple more weeks go by and nothing, and then right after we do the investigation and the dude that seen their faces was able to point them out of a lineup. That was awesome. 2 days later, that detective called me and said, hey, we found your bike. I was like, awesome, where's it at? And it was at a hotel on Wade Hampton here in Greenville. I was at work. I was working at the same job where they stole it from, and so I was like, cool, buddy, I'm on the way. And he's like, yeah. He's like, you're fortunate, man. He's like, it seems to be in pretty good shape. Awesome. So I take off, you know, fly over there, whatnot, and I get there, and sure enough, there's the cops, there's my bike, and I get out and walk up, and it looked decent at first, and then when I got close to it, I wanted to cry. It was destroyed. The whole right side over here was just wrecked and missing all the plastic. All the bolts were out of it. Had LED lights all over the damn thing, and it was destroyed, man. I was sick at my stomach. But I had it back, and it was running, and they got the dude because he was in a hotel. He had no way to escape, so they got him and got the key. So my ignition wasn't broke. I put the key in it, started it up, took it back to the job, came back later that night and got my car. No big deal. Everybody that was involved, I pressed full charges on. I said I want everybody arrested. They put warrants out for the guy and the girl. They eventually got them. The girl did 2 months, got out on a 2-year suspended sentence. That's why they're doing this shit. That's exactly why they keep stealing motorcycles around here. I bet since I've been here, I've seen 35 posts on Facebook around here of motorcycles stolen. It's an epidemic. It's a problem. They'll pull up and take it right in front of you sometimes, you know. They'll throw that bitch in a truck and pull off before you can even realize what the hell's going on. And but if you shoot one of them, you know, if you deal with it, you're in trouble, you know. Even if you just hit them in the face, you're probably in trouble, which I think is stupid. And it's why they keep doing it, man. They get a little slap on the wrist and they're back at it again. Yeah, it was a messed up situation, man. It really was. But the homie at work did his best, and I feel like that's what kept us on the trail and eventually led up to us getting it back. I appreciate that, man. I really do. Also, 3 days later, after they stole my bike, some other random person, I'm assuming, they never did catch who did this, but came back and stole one of our company trucks right off the job site. We was all working in the back. The trucks stay out front, you know, no big deal. Yeah, it was foolish to leave the key in it 3 days after my motorcycle was stolen, but I didn't think they would steal it either. But sure enough, they eventually got that back a couple months later, and it was missing all the expensive tools, but they got it back. And this is all jacked up. They caught a guy in Spartanburg with the man's hoodie with the company logo on it and the registration for his truck in his pocket. Just, you know, arrested him for something else, or was talking to him for something else, but he had all that stuff on him, and they couldn't arrest the guy. He had his registration in his pocket, but since he didn't have the vehicle in his possession, they couldn't charge him with anything. I don't see how, but so that dude got away, and that was probably the dude that actually stole it. It's just crazy how that stuff works, man. That's the reason that people keep doing shit like that, is because there's no consequences, pretty much. It's just crazy.